What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rugged Adventures. I'm super happy to have you guys here today because we have the Palmetto State Armory 5.7 Rock, and this thing is the mag capacity champion, and I'm going to show you that right away. We are shooting 40 grain full metal jackets. These are also called total metal jackets because they wrap the copper all the way around the back of the bullet, but this holds 23 in the magazine, and you can put another one in the chamber for a total of 24, and then you get a gun that shoots for this long out of a pistol. That's almost absolutely ridiculous. And the reason that they can do that is because they're shooting the little 5.7 by 28, and this is the ammunition that we're going to be using today. This tiny little bullet that allows you to stack more ammunition in a pistol magazine, in this pistol magazine, than you were originally able to stack in the original M16. It originally came with a 20-round magazine. And the reason that you can do that versus a 9mm is it's 2/3 the diameter of it, so you can just jam 23 of these in the space where you might only fit 15 or 17, or you may only fit 8. And you know, these are all relatively the same size. They're all pistol length type of things. And the reason that this came about was that when NATO, about right around 1990, they said the 9mm, isn't our jam anymore. We're looking for a little bit more performance and penetration out to 200 yards. Now, granted, this was out of like a 10.5 inch barrel from the PS90 or whatever that space age looking gun was from. I think it was in GoldenEye. They were looking for more penetration at 200 yards, and then also less carry afterwards, so less over penetration, because the 9mm, even though it may not be an effective shot, can have energy well out to 500-600 yards, and so you may have things getting hit that you don't want to. So they came up with this guy. It's an extremely fast bullet. They go upwards of 2,500 feet per second in the lower grain weights and in the original military ammunition. And so we're going to be looking at that today with this 5.7 Rock and, just what it can do, not really comparing it to anything else. It was designed to go through this level 3A soft body armor. And you may notice that this has been shot a couple times already. And the reason for that is because we actually did a comparison of the 5.7 and the 9mm that I can link to. But we're going to see today if it will go through it again like it did in that video, even using this just range ammunition, went through that 5.7A body armor. We also have some other soft targets. I'll be honest with you, shameless steal from Hickok 45 using these things, $1 per target. That should be pretty easy. But real quick, let's go over this this PSA Rock 5.7. This is a really nice pistol, actually. And if you guys have this their dagger, this is a pretty good pistol. I will say that this is a pretty good pistol, and it comes at a fabulous price. This one, on the other hand, I think is a pistol that is not only really good, but it comes at a really good price. And the reason that I say that it's really good is it feels really well constructed. I'm sure you've held guns that don't feel well constructed and ones that do. This one is very tight. There's very little wiggle in the slide. When you move the slide, it feels very well put together. There's no hang-ups. It slides very easily. It has that fluted barrel, if you can see it there, in this kind of lower light that we're having here today. I assume that is for heat dissipation and not necessarily, fancying it up or anything. But it has all the other things that you're going to want on a pistol. It's got your little, pick rail down here. You can put a light, a laser. You can put a little dagger on there if you want to have a pistol bayonet or whatever. The two-stage trigger, that's very common with these striker-fired pistols, especially ones that do not have an independent safety or a backstrap safety. And what I can say about this trigger is that it is extremely crisp, especially for a gun that's in the $400 range, $500 range. When you pull it, it pulls it, and I should probably go this way, it pulls right back to the wall right there, and then just a little bit more, and you get a nice crisp break on the trigger. And I can't say enough for a striker fire pistol that has a nice clean break. This one, this dagger, and this has had several hundred, maybe over 1,000 rounds in it. It has a mushy trigger, a mushy take up, and then there's just like, you're never really sure when exactly it's going to break. It never hits the wall like you have on this one, or if you have a hammer-fired pistol, these are very easy to see. It goes right back to the wall and then breaks. Not a huge thing. So Let's go down range, see how this thing fires. I can tell you right now from just shooting right here and the other tests that we've done with it, extremely low recoil. I know that a lot of folks are going to say, well, you just need to be better or whatever. But if you're shooting a 9mm, they say it has about 30% less recoil. I can say that it does have significantly less, and it feels sort of like shooting a pellet gun. Let's go down range, let's shoot some things and see how this 5.7 reacts to these various targets. So the nice thing about the really low recoil of these is that you should be able to get them back on target relatively quickly, be able to pull the trigger relatively quickly. And so we're going to kind of do like a modified build drill. We'll try to put 6 in there from the 7 yards away, and you know, see how close I can get these for, you know, like I've always considered myself an average shooter, so this should be about what the average person can get. I only put 5, but I know that I can see already we have 4 A zone hits and one C zone. Let's go down there and take a look at it. 4 A's, 1 C, if you guys can see that. And we'll go back up, put some tape on this, and we'll try to actually shoot 6 this time instead of 5. 5's just a good counting number. Second time, see if I can actually count to 6 this time. I may need to use both of my hands on this one, but we'll see. I think we got 6 that time. Let's go up and take a look. And all A zone hits. Again, that's from 7 yards. That's the typical build drill thing. And this is very easy to keep that on target, to keep your, you know, sight right where you want it and get those, you know, A zone hits exactly where you're going to want to be, in case you would ever happen to find yourself, unfortunately, in that type of a fight. But the 5.7, you know, it's a small round, so let's see what it does against some of these other targets that we have set up. Again, like I said, we put those 2 liters there. We're at about 7 yards still. We're going to blast those. Again, that's just a straight up ripoff from Hickok 45. One of those is a no sugar, so I like that one. And it seems to, you know, pack a punch right there. Let's see if we can one-hand one of these. And that doesn't seem to be any problem. We have our pineapple over there. We've put the level 3A body armor on it. It went through it when we did the 9mm versus 5.7 test. So it actually has been shot twice, so that could influence the results. I'm going to try to put it right in the center. There's the 9mm in there already, but we'll do that, and then we'll take a look and see if it went through. With this 40 grain just target ammo that you can get off the shelf anywhere, nothing special. It's not looking great for the old pineapple there. I think I might have been a little high. Let's just go ahead and put one in low as well. So this 5.7 is just beating the brains out of this level 3A body armor. Every single time that we have shot this with the 5.7x28, now granted from, you know, 7 to 10 yards from there to there, but that's probably going to be the range that a pistol round is going to be used at. Maybe we can go up and do it again at like 25, but every single time that we have shot this, it has went through. If you look at the front of this plate, and let me take this duct tape off of here, we have shot it here, here, and here with 5.7. We shot it there with 9mm a couple weeks ago. Now, granted, this top one, maybe it was influenced by the other one that went straight through as well and caused this. And actually, yeah, there you can see all the way through the pineapple. I hope I can make that happen for you. Maybe I can't. There you go. So the bullet doesn't even look like it was even impacted, like it was spinning or deformed or anything. Just went straight in right there, if you can't see that, and then came out the back with a giant wound cavity. The bottom one here, which is you know, fresh part of this plate right there, again, just went directly through it and through this this pineapple like nothing. Just took a giant cavity out of there. And the thing is that this is what the 5.7x28 was designed to do, was to go through 3A body armor and helmets that the Soviets were using in the 90s at 200 yards, but out of a 10-inch barrel. And that was using military grade ammunition that you know, we're not able to get because they consider armor piercing. In this case, this has no problem, even with target ammo that you can pick up out off the store, just going straight through this and having no problem every single time that we shot it. Let me back up a little bit. We'll shoot it again from 25 yards, see if that makes any difference. So we're about 25 yards away from the body armor and the pineapple down there. We're gonna give this another try. And something to note is that since we started filming this video, we let that whole mag dump. We have not reloaded since that. We still have 9 or 10 left in the magazine, and that is a feature among itself, is to have volume of fire. And there's a lot of folks out there that are gonna be like, if you need more than 8, that's, you know, the 1911 folks, then you need to get better training, better ammo, you know, better everything for you. And what I'll say to that is that, yeah, I can sit there and think, you know, I need to get better training after I've shot my 8 and, you know, then get overrun. Or I can think, maybe I need to get better training, or maybe this is the first time that I have been in this situation outside of just shooting at inanimate objects at a range, and maybe things are coming at me and I can get better in those situations, but I have 15 more tries right now. And I think that quantity goes a long way, you know, and is a quality in itself. So let's see if 25 yards makes any difference with this 3A body armor and this 5.7. Again, they said that these are going like 1650 feet per second on the internet from what I've been able to research about this barrel, this particular gun, the 40 grain ammunition. Is it important to know how fast it's going? I don't really think so. I think more important is the results that you get downrange. So let's see if I can even put this on it at you know, 75 feet away. I'm not sure if that did or not. That definitely did. That definitely did. It doesn't look great. We'll do one more. I'm not sure how many of those actually hit, but at least 1 or 2 did. So it looks like I was hitting high most of the time. I don't remember how many were already in there, but I know that this one here, I don't know if that's another one. No, that's not another one, but that one there is new. And you know, that may be to that 5.7 has an extremely flat trajectory. So was holding a little high, but it seems like they go just in a absolutely straight line. This part over here is getting pretty torn up, so I wouldn't put much stock in that as far as, you know, what happened. But this one over here was a fresh hit on a fresh part of this. That bullet just went straight through here, tore that Kevlar to bits, and then took the head off of this pineapple here. So, you know, even out to 25 yards, which isn't terribly much farther than 7 or 10, we're still getting just, you know, extreme penetration through that 3A body armor, that soft body armor. And so the 5.7 definitely does its job, whereas the 9mm that and you can go out and look at the other video where we compared them, from 7 yards, it absolutely stops it. So one of the other cool features about this 5.7 Rock from PSA is this one comes with the threaded barrel. It's the 1/2 inch by 28 that's common for 5.56 and 9mm and, you know, several other guns. And you can put on, you know, your suppressor that fits that. This is a hybrid 46 multi-cal. This is really a rifle suppressor. And we just have the standard end cap on it there, the 30 cal end cap. So it could be quieter. You could use subsonic ammunition. That kind of sort of defeats the point of the whole gun. You'd probably rather just use, you know, a 45 or something with its naturally subsonic ammunition, but it does work. And what I found is that this barrel, while it's not a fixed barrel, it doesn't move as much as like a 9mm, like that PSA dagger that we have. And so I don't know if you would need this piston that we have on here to allow the suppressor to move independently of the barrel, but that's the way that we have it rigged up right now. A lot of folks usually ask me that in the comments, but we'll shoot this. I haven't had any failures to feed yet. Getting the sound difference is probably not too terribly much. It's definitely going to muffle the report, but obviously the bullet's still going faster than the speed of sound by a lot. So it's still going to be loud downrange. But we'll just, let's see, we'll shoot one maybe down into the yard there. You know, it works. It's quieter. It's quieter at the ears. It does have suppressor height sights on it, but with a can this large, these are kind of, you know, out of view, or the can obstructs the view. So definitely having this optic on here helps with the being able to see and being able to accurately sight things in. Again, we have these 2 liters there. They're no match for them. We can try to put one down there into our 1/8 steel. It doesn't go through 1/8 steel. I've always thought that that's kind of odd that this bullet can't get through that, and really no other pistol bullets can either. Let's put that pineapple back down. We'll hit it with a couple shots where it's not defended by anything, so we can see what like a soft target would have with this 5.7 by 28, and we'll just put a couple in there. And it doesn't really have the pop, or at least like the traumatic injury that even a 9mm or a 45 or something like that would have, where you have that much bigger bullet even though it's going slower. But I imagine if it went in there and hit something solid, this thing would tumble and have all the similar effects to like a 5.56. And that is the magazine. We did add a couple bullets in between shots, but because we were down to just 4, and we wanted to have a few more to play with the suppressor. Now, it's not terribly hot. You can still handle it with your hands. We had absolutely no failures to feed. We had no malfunctions with this pistol the entire time that we've had it. It's nearly brand new. I think it only has probably a couple hundred rounds through it. And, you know, as far as I can say, this is a fantastic pistol, especially at the price point for if you want a 5.7, if you want that insane mag capacity. There's very few other pistols on the market where you can get a mag capacity of 23 without having a mag that sticks way out like this, like some of the Glock mags that we can't mention here on YouTube. As far as the feel of this thing, I know that there's a lot of complaints that would say the 5.7 is too big for the handle. I don't think that's the case. I don't have, incredibly large hands. I think you can easily get your hand around it. It feels good. It feels just like every other pistol that I've had. So, guys, if you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe down below. Leave your comments. Is the 5.7 for you, or do you think that you can only have a 45 and 8 shots if you're in a self-defense situation? I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.